Yeah. Say man, how y'all doing? Go by the name of Mr. Classics, man. How y'all been doing out there? Glad to be back, man, teaching another one of these Jambox 101 lessons, man, one of these sessions. So what we gonna do, we gonna recap before I go any further into the next steps of what I use of ways to enhance my 808 kick. All right. So as you can see right here, uh, of course, you know I got my first thing I did was got my volume right with my VUMT meter, which I will show in a minute. It's just in my other screen. Remember that right there. You know what I mean? That's calibrated to negative 18 dB. And right here, remember that 0 on this VUMT meter is equivalent to negative 18 dB. So we got that right there. And of course, the second thing was that I used was my compressor. And right here, you know, I used the 4:1 ratio, 2.5, 29.5 milliseconds to make the kick more punchier. I made the release a little bit longer to catch the tail end, so the tail end of the 808 can come through the compressor. Uh, I got what's that? Says 0.6, but it might be a little bit more than that. But anyway, I got my compressor. So that's the first plug-in that you want to use right there uh, when you enhancing your kick. You know, it's different ways to do it, but this is the way I do it. Of course, you got the dynamic EQ. Now, this is an ozone right here. We'll let you see how that works. As you can see right there, you know what I mean? I'm doing a downward compression around 50 hertz. And in band 2, doing an upward compression of 139 hertz. So that's the second compressor that that's the second plug-in that I use. This is just an equalizer, but it also works like a compressor. So we got that right there. Now, like I told y'all, I just upgraded from Cubase 10.5 to 11. And what I like about it may even be in 10.5, but what I like about 11 is that 11 has its own stock dynamic EQ, which I like about that. And 11 also you get the sample, so you know what I mean. I'm gonna love that because I'm gonna be sampling my own stuff, you know. So I like that, man. You know, just a few things to name a few. I won't go into that, but that just helped me teach you more since I'm in 11 and I'm up to par and up with technology and not behind. So we on deck with that. Okay, the third plugin I use, that's R-Bass. You know what I mean? And in most cases, I may use the R-Bass. Sometimes I may not, but like I say, I'm just showing you the ones that I use to do that. Now the fourth one, and the reason I did not go on into the lesson was because with Waves, they have these registered licenses, and once they run out, you do have to pay for those when they run out. So I just went on and paid for everything and paid for the new licenses and everything. So I just held everything off. Just so you know, when you do about these Waves plugins, that's how they go. So I just thought I'd share that with you. Okay, so Another one I use is the Puig. I can't pronounce it. Puig Tech. Yes, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Puig Tech EQ. You know what I mean? Which is this little baby right here. You know what I mean? So it just depends on what you're going for. You know what I mean? If you want, you want to catch, if you want to, catch it, I guess it'd be okay to keep it right here, 100. Like I say, 60. It just depends on what you're going after. You know what I mean? But you can get a different effect in either one, either or. That's something you can experiment with. What I like to do with this is like on a regular EQ, I'll do a narrow bandwidth on the surgical EQ, but with this, I kind of widen the bandwidth somewhere along, maybe right here somewhere. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna play this and let you hear the effects of it. Okay, bypass. See, I stepped it up a bit. We'll just do it in the 60 hertz range, you see. So I just changed it to 60 hertz. Bypass. Sounds better right there in the 60 hertz range. So like I said, with that being said, like I say, that's another one that I use to kind of beef it up. Those are just different plugins that you can use right there. Now, another one that I use is you got Smack Attack. Let's see. Oh, I forgot about this thing right here, Vitamin. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take R bass and I'm gonna bypass R bass, and we're gonna bring in Vitamin. This is the one that, like I say, I learned about this through Lou Diaz. You know what I mean? And I like it, man, because you can shape the tone of it. You know what I mean? You can just shape the sound of your. You can shape the sound of your kick. Your 808. This just using sound. Shape the sound of it. So down here you have these faders down here, and right now they are not center. So according to him, to center these, you go all the way to the right. These are the ones that I use. So those are the three bands that I may use. It just depends if I want a little, attack in this range right here. This high mid range. It just depends. So with this is okay. The way you shape your sound is to solo the band. So this is the low band. So what I'll do is solo that. You notice that when I raise this up, it's gonna give me that rumble. So you bypass that. See, that's giving me a little, you know what I mean? And low mid. May not even bother anything in the mid range. Just give it a little bit of attack, you know. So I'm in the low mid. So basically you can go in these different frequencies and you can boost in this vitamin. Matter of fact, you know what I mean? So, you know, like I say, you could just then I bring the low in. Bypass that. Now, I'm gonna bypass vitamin. Bring it in. Sorry. Alright, now I'm gonna bypass it now. Open it up. Bring a little bit more of that low mid in. Bypass. Just makes it sound fuller, you know what I mean? Let's just bring the R bass in and see what happens. So it just, you know what I mean? There's so many ways that you can do that, you know what I mean? Now another one I use is smack attack. You know what I mean? You wanna like I say, you want that you want more smack on the kick, or you want more sustain on it. You can use smack attack. And let's see. Just give me a minute here. I got to find out where the heck it is. Modulation. Smack attack. It's in here somewhere. Yeah, I'll just give him a minute. Modulation. EQ. This I ain't registered it yet. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Smack attack. It's in dynamics. So you go smack attack. And what smack attack does, you know, you want to have more attack, or you want to have more attack on your drums, you can do so. So right here you have an attack and a sustain. You know what I mean? So we just gonna listen to that, see how that sounds, you know. So see that right there? Those orange lines signify your attack. So I can bring it down, it'll lower it. You can make it softer. Make it stronger. Softer. Make it hit harder. And if you want to sustain it and make the kick sound like extend a little longer, you can that's just another way to you can add tone to it. You can make it hit harder. You know, sustain it longer. You know what I mean? So those are like different ways right there that you can you know, those are just different plugins that I could use. Like I say, those are just different ways you can enhance your 808 kick. Another thing I just discovered also that does kind of enhance your kick is stereo combine. Now, I'm going to just show you stereo balance. Now, we're going to play it with stereo balance. Okay. Now, what this does, the stereo combine, instead of you stacking another drum track and making two drum, you know how you stack the drum track and make it heavier? This is just about the same thing. You know what I mean? It's similar to a stack, but instead of doing an extra track, you just, you know what I mean, you do a stereo pan and center it and balance it out, and then you get this right here. See where we got this coming in at. Coming in pretty strong. Let's check the VUMT. See how strong it made that come in? That just added like another 3 decibels, you know what I mean? Let's see what happens when we drop this. Still coming in strong. But I mean, you can see what that did. We're just gonna take vitamin out. You see the difference? Watch how much boost it does. That thing swinging all the way like 3 decibels past negative 18. So that just shows you right there. So we're going to take vitamin and smack attack out. And now you have it back at 18 dB. So, you know, if I want this right here, all I got to do is just bring the plug-in in. Plug-in in. See what I'm saying? Bring this over right here. And if I want to get this, I just cut this. See what I'm saying? And basically to get that back down to negative 18 dB, I just brought the plug-in in and I just lowered the level, dropped the level on the kick, cut the level on the kick and lined it up. And there you have it. So, you know, like I say, those are multiple ways right there that. And I don't use these all, let's keep in mind, I don't use all these all at one time. You know what I mean? It just depends on what I'm going after. It all depends on what I'm going after. But like I say, it all depends on, like I say, what I'm going after. But those are the ones that I use. I start out with a VUMT, and I get it. I calibrated to 18 and get the volume at negative 18 dB. You know, uh, which is like I showed you again. And like I say, so you can see what's going on right there. You know what I mean? Calibrated to 18, negative 18 dB, but zero right here on your VUMT is equivalent to negative 18 dB. So you get your volume on your kick right. Come in with your compressor, number two. You know what I mean? 3-to-1 ratio, 4-to-1 ratio. I chose 29.5 because the higher the attack, the punchier your kick. The lower it is. The less punch you have. The higher the attack, the more punch. Depending on what you want the tail end of the 808 to come through, you raise up your release. You want it. You got a like a little tight kick or whatever. You bring it in and tighten it up right there. And there it is. And you set your threshold. Knock it down where you're knocking down your transients. Negative 2 dB. Um, all bass is a way you can. All bass is another way. You know what I mean? If you want to catch frequencies either the 50 hertz range or from 120 to 180 hertz range or whatever it is, so you can get that, get the kick to come through them small speakers, just different ways that you can do it. So all bass, Pug Tech, that's gonna give you that boom, that low end, you know what I mean? That's one way you can do it, the Pug Tech. Just different ways, like I say, you just experiment with it. Vitamin, you know what I'm saying? Vitamin gonna help you shape the sound. It'll help you shape the sound of that kick. You know what I mean? You can have it soft. You can have it real. You can have it. You can make it boom. You can make it. You have the rumble. You can make it. You shape the sound of it. You know, um, Smack attack. You know what I mean? You want your. You need to go both for your snares and your kicks. You can use smack attack for your snares and your kick. You want your snares. You want some smack on your snares, and like I say, it worked for kicks and snares and everything as well. But those are things I use, and I also wanna. This is another good one right here. Uh, this is another good one right here. Uh, see if I got it in here. Arvox is what I'm getting at. I think it's in dynamics, maybe. Yeah, Arvox. Now, what I like about that is this right here. Just say you got a dirty kick, or kick that's dirty, or a snare that's got a lot of dirt at the end. This is good. You can use this right here to knock the dirt off. You know what I mean? So it works like a compressor, but what it does is really a gate. You know what I mean? So whatever come through it, through this compressor, it's gonna knock that dirt right off. You know what I mean? So if you wanna, you can take a kick that's dirty or 808 that's dirty, or and you can clean it up with that right there. So like I say, those are the different plugins that I use, and those are the different ways that you can enhance your 808 kick, get a nice boomier sound, clean sound, manipulate the sound, you know what I mean? And like I said, remember that stereo panning, get you a look, you don't have to be too wide, but get you just a good enough band, and do that stereo panning. And guess what? You ain't got to, what I'm saying, stack up your kick tracks unless that's something you just want to do. It's just, everybody got their own way, but those are the plugins those are the ways that you can use to enhance. These are the plugins that you can use to enhance your 808 kick. With that being said, I go by the name of Mr. Classics, and this is Jambox 101 ways to enhance your 808 sound. And until next time, I'll see y'all later. I'll be back with more lessons. I was glad to see y'all. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learn something from it. And if you learn something from it, you know what I mean. And if you find these lessons that I'm teaching beneficial to you, go ahead and subscribe to that MisterClassics YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe to that MisterClassics YouTube channel. I'm gonna go ahead and move this up right here. Go on and subscribe to that MisterClassics YouTube channel. Share and like the videos with your friends and followers. I have more of these coming up. You know what I'm saying? I also will be doing Reason tutorials. I'll be doing Pro Tools tutorials as well as the Cubase. You know, so we got a lot of teaching, a lot of learning to do, man. But with that being said, y'all have a good night. Go by the name of MisterClassics. We're gonna Jambox 101. And by the way, y'all go visit their website, MisterClassics.net, man. Check out their music from that Back Alive EP. You know what I'm saying? Go over there and get you a copy and check that out. You know what I mean? Go to my Instagram page, you know, type in MisterClassics. You know what I'm saying? The name right there, right below, right there. That's how you spell it. You know, right there. You know what I mean? But until next time, I'll see y'all later. Have a good night. See y'all later, man.